I'm Kolleen Miller, the Education Director for the Upper Deschutes Watershed Council. We're a small nonprofit based in Bend, Oregon, and we do education, restoration, and monitoring. As the Education Director, all of our work is focused on getting kids out to rivers and streams and helping them learn about our environment and learning about ways that they can protect it. So today, we're at Shevlin Park, and I'm going to show you how to build your own watershed. Super simple. All you need to start is a piece of paper, some markers, and some water. So take your piece of paper and crumple it up. And then as you unfold your piece of paper, it's going to look a little bit like a watershed. So there will be ridges, there will be valleys, and what we're going to do now is add to something that's very important in every watershed, and that is rivers and streams. So then you take a blue Sharpie marker, whatever color blue is your favorite, and you're going to basically draw in the valleys where you think rivers and streams would flow. Now generally, rivers in Central Oregon start high up in the mountains and then they flow downhill to lower gradient areas to eventually, creeks like Tumalo Creek eventually will flow into the Deschutes River, which then eventually flows into the Columbia River. And do you know where the Columbia River flows? It flows into the Pacific Ocean. So those are going to be our streams. Then we want to see where that water goes, if there's precipitation or rain or snow. So we have lots of farms and agriculture in Central Oregon. We also have forests. So the forests I'm going to color in green. Again, we're very, very lucky to live in a beautiful place with lots of ponderosa pine trees and lodgepole trees, aspen, and other trees and shrubs. But we also, as I said earlier, have agriculture. So those tend to be lower areas, lower in elevation than the forests. So I'm going to draw those just kind of coloring in lower parts of the watershed. Finally, we have towns. Most of us live in Bend or Redmond or Sisters. So I'm going to put Bend here. I'm going to put Sisters over here. So the purple will be basically where our towns are, and this will be Redmond. So there is our simplified version of a watershed. Now we're going to see what happens when it rains and see where the water goes. So as you can see, in certain areas, the water is spreading out into the cities, from the forests and into agricultural areas or farms. So now you can build your own watershed at home with your parents or friends or other family, and all you need is a piece of paper, colored markers, and water.